I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves, they try to defamate my character, but I won't let them, it's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
But, man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles. They're good. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Next to score, Ravens 7, Buccaneers 7. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
First play, first pass for Brady.
This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Bucs at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Now here's Ross.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Ravens 14, Buccaneers nothing. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Bucs take over 1st down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 27 yards. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run again with Bernard. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. 21-0 our score after one.
Ravens 21, Buccaneers nothing.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, it's Brady. On the move to his left. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Bernard to about the 48-yard line.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. And it all starts up front in the trenches.
Here's Bernard. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And Brady's throw there incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. That's complete to John Ross.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. Two catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score. Ravens 28, Buccaneers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First down, here's White. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They find some open field here. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They start the drive with White, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, a run from White. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taking down at the 41. It's It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Dobbins once more. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Again, here's Bernard. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Bernard.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Brady gives this to White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And some room to roam now. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for Baltimore, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.
in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all like